Hello, I'm Tamasin Ford. Welcome to Business Daily from the BBC. Coronavirus has had a devastating blow on economies around the world. But in Africa, there's one sector that's booming. We take a look at why.
Because of lack of infrastructures, most of the African entrepreneurs, they were already digital inclined. These key sectors, which had been invested in the past, we see that they actually have benefited a lot.
That's all in Business Daily from the BBC.
An average of $1 billion worth of mobile money transactions are made in Africa every day. Slydepay empowers businesses to tap into this market and get a share of that $1 billion. Slydepay is a mobile...
That's an advert for Slydepay, a digital payment platform used in Ghana and Zimbabwe.
See, just for download the app, then you go slide in the cash from your bank account to my mobile money. That's all. They come.
Pay with Slydepay. Pay like a ball.
Since the two countries locked down at the end of March, digital transactions by companies already using the platform have jumped by more than 150% in some cases, while new downloads are up on average by 20%. It's just one example of how lockdowns across Africa have forced people to turn to cashless app-enabled solutions. Claud Hutchful is the CEO of DreamOval, the technology firm in Accra, Ghana, that launched Slydepay in 2015.
With Sly Pay, you can download the application on the Play Store or on the iOS App Store. You can also access it on the web. And basically what happens is that we've onboarded various institutions, agencies and merchants who use Sly Pay as a channel to receive payments for their goods and services. So during the COVID-19 crisis, of course, we are still going through it. When our government initiated the lockdown, there were various services that had to, continue business, right? There had to be business continuity. And because of the lockdown, people couldn't move about as freely. And so it now forced people to change their behavior and start using these platforms like ours that have been there for a while, right? Now it made sense, the value of what we provided. And as a result, people have experienced the obvious convenience, and over the period of the lockdown, it's reinforced the behavior. So because of that, we've seen a significant uptake in our transactions and usage of our platforms, yeah.
So just give us an idea, when you say a significant uptake, what are the numbers involved?
So one of our major merchants, for example, was doing a couple of 100,000 a month. And in the month of the lockdown, it shot up to tens of millions, right? So it's really jumped up because all the traditional ways in which people could collect payments had been shut down. But the digital platforms like our Sly Pay and other solutions that we have were the only means through which people could continue making payments. So it's a significant jump, right? Over 100%, I would say, yeah. For fintechs in this part of the world, what we've actually been doing is creating payment infrastructure, right, to digitalize payment, right? It's not as simple as just, let's say, setting up a mobile money network. You need to also change the way in which customers of merchants and agencies interact with their services, right? So am I able to digitally create an invoice? Is there a digital reference to the payment that I need to make, right? So various, in our part of the world, fintechs have been filling the gaps in terms of what is needed for a fully digital ecosystem. So when this happened, we had everything in place to make it work, and we've proven the point that it can work, and it is working, yeah.
As you said, people have changed their behaviour because they're forced to change because of the pandemic and the lockdowns. Do you think that will continue?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we offer convenience, right? It doesn't make sense to pick, in our part of the world, call a trotro, right? And drive to the bank and stand in a long queue just to make a payment when you can do it from the convenience of your home. So I think the behavior has been reinforced. People understand the value, and I don't think that they would want to go stand in the queues anymore. Right? So yeah.
Just for download the app, then you go slide in the cash from your bank account to my mobile money. That's all. They come.
Pay with Sly Pay. Pay like a boss.